Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Cammy. I'm a trauma-informed individual and couples therapist. In our work together, I may suggest that we consider EMDR. Many people are already familiar with EMDR because of its increasing popularity being featured in magazines, social media, and recent TV shows. If you're new to EMDR, this video will provide you with foundational understanding and hopefully help you feel more comfortable and informed as you consider trying this modality. I'll explain what EMDR is, how it works, and the science behind why it's so effective. Before we get into it, I want to answer the number one most frequently asked question that I hear in my practice about EMDR. Dr. Cammy, isn't EMDR for people who have experienced severe trauma like war veterans or survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and other major events? The answer to that question is yes and no. EMDR was initially developed to help individuals process and heal from traumatic events like war, sexual assault, domestic violence that led to PTSD. However, EMDR is not limited to the treatment of PTSD. EMDR can be beneficial for processing any incident or event that has caused significant stress or emotional distress. This includes events like a job loss, relationship issues, cheating, infidelity, bullying, and other life challenges that may not necessarily be classified as traumatic, but still have a profound effect on your well-being. Let's talk about what EMDR stands for. EMDR stands for eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. Yes, it is a mouthful, but it will be easily accessible to you when we go through each word, and I'll describe what it means and how it applies. Eye movement. EMDR centers on eye movements. As your therapist, I will guide you through eye movements similar to those you experience during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, which actually helps your brain process traumatic memories. You will move your eyes rapidly as you recall, either out loud or in your mind, a distressing memory. Desensitization. By focusing on the distressing memory while you rapidly move your eyes back and forth, the emotional intensity and physical sensations associated with the memory will actually decrease. That means, with practice, your body will remain calm and regulated, even when you have memories of a distressing or traumatic event. Reprocessing. EMDR helps actually reframe traumatic memories, allowing you to recall the event without your body being overwhelmed by overwhelming sensations and emotions, and allowing your mind to have a clear thought process. For example, let's say we're reprocessing a partner cheating on another partner, and that individual comes in with the belief, I can't trust people. We will reprocess this event of the affair and the infidelity. And by the end of the reprocessing sessions, the person will then leave with a positive cognition that helps them move through the world with optimism and joy and calmness, such as, I can handle anything that comes my way, or I'm worthy of love. EMDR helps individuals process and heal from traumatic or distressing life experiences. Unlike talk therapy, which can actually be unhelpful for processing trauma, EMDR focuses on the brain and the nervous system's natural healing processes to address the emotional impact of trauma. To understand how EMDR works, we need to delve a little bit into neurobiology, so hang in there with me. Our prefrontal cortex is responsible for rational thinking and regulating our emotions like fear, which are produced in our amygdala. The amygdala is wired for survival, and it becomes hyperactive during traumatic experiences. It even becomes hyperactive during distressing experiences. The hippocampus is responsible for memory and, importantly for trauma, differentiating between past and present. Our brains are naturally wired to process and integrate experiences, which allows us to learn and grow from them as they pass through each part of our brain. However, When we experience something traumatic, this natural processing can become disrupted. The brain becomes overwhelmed and the traumatic memory gets stuck. It doesn't move through the different sections of the brain, which causes distress and negative symptoms. When we experience something overwhelming and we relive the traumatic event, there is a reduced control in our prefrontal cortex and our amygdala takes over. The hippocampus then doesn't differentiate the past and the present, and we feel triggered in the present moment. Our fear center lights up based on something that isn't happening right now, it's happening in the past. Does that sound familiar? You're walking through your day and all of a sudden you feel as if the event that distressed you, the event that shook your world is happening right here, right now. That's trauma. That's a distressing event, and EMDR can help you. During sleep, we process and consolidate memories. Normal, less traumatic memories don't get stuck because they are moved through our brain during rapid eye movement sleep. That's why sleep is so essential. It cleans our brain. Neuroscientists showed that what happens during REM sleep also happens during EMDR. In the EMDR session, I will move your eyes from side to side or guide you through bilateral tapping while you focus on a distressing or traumatic memory. This will mimic the same movements your eyes make when you dream. So I may say something like, I want you to imagine the distressing event and follow my movements with your eyes. Feel what's going on in your body, recognize what's going on in your thoughts, and allow your mind and your body to go wherever it goes as I move my fingers like this. These movements elicit the same activity as sleep. And what happens is your brain actually slows down. It slows down your overstimulated amygdala and it synchronizes your brain waves, which helps you reprocess the traumatic memory. The rapid eye movement combined with the memory in real time with me will actually unstuck the memory and allow it to move through its natural channels. This suggests that during EMDR therapy, traumatic memories are continuously reactivated, replayed, and encoded into existing memory networks. This helps them become processed like normal memories. It is important to note this is very distinct from talk therapy. In talk therapy, you talk about the traumatic memory, and yet it's still stuck and it's still activated. We need to engage your body and your nervous system in order for you to talk about the memory and have your body and mind and nervous system experience it in a different way. We do this through the 8 phases of EMDR. Let me go through each one. 1 is history taking. We'll discuss your history and what brought you into therapy. Number 2 is preparation. I'll explain EMDR in more detail and ensure that your mind, your body, and your spirit is ready for this process. We'll only begin when you're ready, and that's something that we'll decide together. Number 3 is assessment. We'll identify specific memories and negative beliefs associated with them. I may ask you to do something called the distressing events timeline. Number 4 is reprocessing. Using bilateral stimulation like eye movements or tapping, we will process the memory together. This is generally what people associate with EMDR, the actual reprocessing phase, but please note that it's actually only one of 8 important phases. And then we have 5, installation. This is where we work to replace negative beliefs with positive ones. 6 is the body scan. You'll notice any residual physical tension and we will process that. 7 is closure. Each session will end in a state of calm and safety. And 8 is reevaluation. We'll assess your progress and determine next steps. It's important to note that not every part of the phase happens in each session. Sometimes many sessions will just focus on reprocessing or we'll just focus on installation. It depends on where you are in the process and how quickly your body and your nervous system and your mind is integrating some of these memories. This is not a one size fits all model, it is tailored to you. What I can tell you is that at the end of every session, you will feel calm, you will feel regulated, and you will feel anchored in your body. If you have any questions or you are ready to begin your EMDR journey, please reach out to me. Thank you so much for watching this, and I look forward to seeing you soon.